Sunday, baby. Happy Sunday, everybody. I know it was a big football day. I'm doing okay. Okay in the pool today, but hopefully the Eagles pull through for me tomorrow, man. But thank you all for being here tonight. Guys, we got a big show, a big guest. In fact, speaking of the guest, he's been nominated for not one, not two, but 7 CBC awards. That's right, Comic Book Community Awards. Brian was on this show 2 weeks ago. And yeah, we talked some of the awards. And of course, DJ LINX is nominated for seven of those. One of them even being the channel of the year. So there you have that. But guys, again, thank you all for coming to hang out. Let me bring the man in. He's sitting backstage. He's got one of the best, literally the best setups behind him in the game. I don't care what anybody says. Forget the channel awards. We need to give him an award for that setup. But guys, DJ LINX, what's up?
What's up, homie? Well, I don't even know what. I've never done that. Like, I guess that was my hello. I don't know what that means. What's up, homie? Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. How you doing? What's up, chat? How's everybody doing?
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate you swinging by. But yeah, I was just telling the people 7 awards, man. Congratulations to you. Some big ones over there. Yeah, we got to get that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to obviously talk a little bit about that. But before we get into it, you and I were talking a little bit backstage about something that's going on that you're doing. You're doing great things for the community as well. And one of them being this right here, Comics Curing Cancer, man. Tell us about this.
Oh, also, thank you for right from the gate, like talking about this. Comics Curing Cancer, I'm super passionate about this. But Comics Curing Cancer is a charity thing that myself, Rob Fats Stacks of Comics, Legion of Comics, we kind of spearhead this. And what it is we raise money for cancer awareness, right? So on the weekend of October 20th through the 22nd, there's going to be a bunch of shows, and each show is going to try to raise money. There's going to be, whether it's auctions or like telethon style programming, every show is going to try to raise money. This year, we're trying to raise $25,000 with a stretch goal of $30,000. So we're trying to raise money for cancer awareness. And I don't think I know anybody that cancer hasn't affected. I lost my mother. My personal story is I lost my mother in 2010 to cancer, and I've always been involved in some sort of cancer like charity. But with Comics Curing Cancer, it happens on YouTube, comic book community. We all get together and just try to make the most of it. You know what I mean? It's going to be exciting as well, fun stuff lined up. And we even got an exclusive that we just dropped.
Yeah, man. So you see right here, you've got even some special guests that are going to be there. You got auctions going on the show, original art, obviously CGC slabs, CBCS. So some cool stuff going on over here too. Prize wheel. There's a prize wheel.
Let me talk about the prize wheel. The prize wheel is insane. So it's like whoever donates in the amount of $50. It doesn't have to be a $50 donation. You could do like 225s, whatever. As long as it's a $50, you get added to the prize wheel. And there's just a bunch of crazy stuff on the prize wheel. There's slabs, original art, books, like mystery boxes, like all kinds of good stuff. Yeah. And that's happening on Saturday, the 21st on Rob Fat Stacks of Comics channel.
Yeah, and talking mystery boxes, I tune in and check out In the Mix. If you guys aren't already, check out In the Mix every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. You guys, you and the boys, it's a huge collab show. But it's fun to watch, man. And there's always some giveaways. I actually won on Friday. I won. But
congrats to you, sir.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, definitely check it out. There's always giveaways, fun stuff going on over there. And yes, I said I won, but I'm giving it back. I'm giving it back to the people. So keep an eye out. Go check out DJ LINX on his Friday show In the Mix, and make sure you get yourself a chance to win. But before we talk a little more about other things, here you go. The art you were talking about, right?
Yeah, so we dropped this exclusive in partnership with the Comic Mint, right? So big shout out to the Comic Mint and Matt Wilson as well. So what I did, I approached the Comic Mint because I have a relationship with them to see if they wanted to get involved with Comics Curing Cancer. And they said, absolutely. They donated the production costs of this book. So this is Unnatural Order #1. It's a Vault Comics book that's being released first week of November. And then we'll ship it out. So it's available for pre-sale right now over at djlinks.bigcartel.com. And we're hoping that people go over and pick it up, the pre-sale, so that we can allocate those funds directly to Comics Curing Cancer. Even though 100% of the proceeds is going to go towards Comics Curing Cancer, we want to have that money in the ticker so that at the end of the weekend, the big weekend of C3, we could be like, hey, we raised this much money and this much came from the exclusive. But big shout out to the Comic Mint for doing this, and Matt Wilson for donating the art. It's only $20 plus shipping and applicable taxes because it is on a business website. And I couldn't be more excited about this thing, man. It went live the other day, and I think we sold in just pre-sales about 25% of our inventory. It's a 250 print run.
Oh, damn. So that's pretty fast. Good for you guys, man. And I mean, understandably so. The cover is a banger. I think that's absolute fire. I'm not doing that with puns, I swear to God. But yeah, it's a nice one, man. So congrats to you guys putting this together. I think this is awesome. And let's get you and everybody to that goal. You said 25, 30,000. So I think it's attainable, man. You're doing some good things, and I could foresee it taking place, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you. We want to do it, and we need to do it with the help of the community. It's not just like Rob, myself, and Legion. We're like spearheading it, but everybody's involved. It's a bunch of awesome cats that's involved with the charity as well, whether through just like sharing stuff out, posting on Instagram. Anything that you could do to help is appreciated. And of course, the people that are doing shows and moving their shows around as well, just to let C3 kind of shine. So we appreciate that as well.
Yeah. But all right, man. Awesome stuff, like I said. But speaking awesomeness, there's awesome people here in the chat, so we're gonna give them a quick shout out, say hi, let them know we see you guys. So kicking it off is AOA, dropping that DJ LINX information on where to find him. So appreciate AOA always coming by on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Means a lot to me. Who else we got? We got Comic Man Andy. Yes, man, another fellow of mine. And I see he comments on my Pokemon cards. Are you a collector, bro? We haven't established this yet. We haven't established it. But yeah, man, appreciate you coming by. Of course, we got Michael Baker. So stay tuned, guys. Yes, we go through all the market stuff, but Michael Baker hits me up in the DMs within the week, and he always gives me a little book to say, hey, check this sale. So we put the Baker Shaker. Yeah, that's right. We put the Baker Shaker. So we'll go through and see what book Michael Baker sent my way. Phil's in the house. Yo, Phil's Treehouse. Yes, appreciate him. Support your local athletics. We need more athletic supporters. Yeah, man. Appreciate you swinging by, bro. Uncanny Swag, Spine Ticks in the house, man. Always appreciate these boys crushing it every Saturday night. I feel so bad, dude. We were just talking kids, right? Backstage, I got kids, 2 years old. You've got kids as well. Right now, I'm in the phase of my life where every weekend it's either a wedding, you got birthday parties, you know what it is, bridal showers, all that stuff. But yeah, man, the last 2 Saturdays have been weddings. The next 2 more are weddings for myself. So I'll be tuning in from the dance floor as I've been doing the last 2 weeks. Who else we got here? We got Constantino in the house, my brother out west here in Canada. Always appreciate him swinging by. Nostra Venom just kicked off his channel, dropping some great information, especially with everything symbiote related. So if you love that, definitely go check him out. Trev, baby. Yes, Trev's going up very soon, man. Going live at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely go check him out right after myself. And of course, we've got, like I said, Spine Ticks in the house. Always appreciate you. Sith, bro. I got to get back on soon, man. It's been a little while. Comic Chic's in the house. That's up. That's what's up. Comic Chic, also part of the Radiant Black podcast. If you're not already, definitely go check him out. Cliff on Comics. Cliff. You know Cliff. Cliff is Cliff's gonna be making his way over to this channel very shortly in the upcoming weeks, so keep an eye out for that episode. I'm looking forward to that one. It's gonna be a fun one. Nice. Steph's Comics in the house. Steph, what's up, bro? Greatly appreciate you swinging by. Chia Pet's in the house as well. Yeah, we're in the same football league, man. I don't know how he's doing. I didn't check, but it wasn't looking good the last 2 weeks. Hyper's in the house. Yo, Hype. I'll be on his channel this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be going through some of the FOMO books that he picked up in the last couple of years and see where those have fallen off and just how far they've fallen off. But all right, I think we got pretty much everybody. If I missed anybody, oh no, Durs is in the house. Yo, we got to shout out Durs for putting me in that Sunday lineup with all those great channels going live. Like I just said, Trev is going next at 10. So I greatly appreciate you. And of course, Dan Delatorre is in the house. Another brother of mine was over on the hunt with him on Friday. Paul in the 619, another brother from Spinetix. Greatly appreciate you coming to hang out. What Can I Say is here as well. So definitely appreciate you guys all coming out. Brian, we were just talking Brian, bro. Comic book community. Yes. Yeah, man. Yo, Brian's doing some cool things for the community, and I always appreciate you coming to stop by over here on Sunday nights, bro. Marissa, the love of my life. Appreciate you tuning in as well, babe. I know you hear me in the other room right now. I'm probably saying, I wish you would just stop talking. But all right.
That's awesome. My wife is always on as well in the mix from the other room. And it's funny, like I'll hear her like laughing and stuff out there. It's just that support is super important from your spouse, partner, whatever, in order to do this and do it like joyfully. You know what I mean? That's super important.
Of course, man. She puts up with our stuff, with my stuff, the same way your wife does. So bless our better halves, man. Joshua Davis in the house. Joshua, greatly appreciate you tuning in, bro. All right, DJ LINX, it's about that time. We're gonna kick off the show, and we always kick it off with FOC. But before we get into it, I gotta ask you: are you ready?
I'm absolutely ready, sir. I was born ready.
Let's do it. All right, so the FOC picks of the week selected by Lefteros. If you guys aren't already, definitely go follow Lefteros on Instagram. Always dropping some great information, and of course on coverprice.com. Now, for your FOC, don't forget to visit comicnation.us, and of course use Blakk Crown to get an additional 5% discount on the FOC order, totaling your order to a 20% discount. Now, let's get into the first book. Guys, I'm just telling you all in advance. It's a DC heavy one. It's real heavy on DC. Batman, Brave and the Bold, number 6. This is the cover B, and I think this is an awesome cover right here. Director Bones, cover depiction by Christian Ward. I think this is a badass cover, man.
Yeah, no, I think it's super fire. Like anything skulls. Like I have a thing with like skulls and flaming skulls. Yeah. So yeah, that cover's super fire.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. I think that, it wasn't on my radar until I checked out the Lefteros picks of the weeks, and now I'm just like, I think I'm gonna order this one.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, but all right, moving on from this book, we have Harley Quinn, Black, White, Redder, number 4. Now we'll talk about a certain issue that came out from this run very shortly in the market report, but this one right here is a Chris Bacalo cover, and I think this is actually a really neat cover, man. I love how the smoke on the gun has all that little writing behind it, but it's a pretty neat cover. I don't know if I'm gonna go crazy and pick this one up, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's definitely a bang of a cover, especially when you got the, like you said, the smoke with the words coming out of the gun and all that. I'm not a fan of the black, white, and red books, like similar to this, like with Wolverine, with Deadpool and stuff like that. It's like a bit gimmicky for me, so I'll have to skip on this. But the cover is super dope.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, but I don't know. I may regret it, but I think I'm gonna pass on this one. All right, Superman number 7. Now, there's one thing I do want to mention about this one right here. It's the cover D. It's a Nakayama cover. You know, Nakayama always kills it when it comes to these negative space variants and those color bleeds. But there's also another cover that's available on FOC this week. It's the foil, and I'm picking up the foil. I don't know if you're picking up this one. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pick up the foil. So whenever there's an opportunity to get a foil, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna get the foil. David Nakayama always kills this. Like now, when you think like negative space and color bleeds, it's either him or Tyler Christopher, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
and DNA. Yeah, DNA knocks it out the park all the time.
Yeah, I agree. I just want to get the Superman foil one to match that Batman like 608 second print one going on, but that's another thing we'll talk about very shortly on the show. But yeah, this Nakayama cover is a beauty. It's definitely worth picking up,
and it's a good story too. Superman, like it's a pretty decent story.
Yeah. But all right, moving on from this one, you got Vigil number 6. This is the first appearance of Wildcard. This is a run I'm totally off of. I'm not even paying attention to it, to be completely honest with you. So shout out to Lefteros for putting this on his list and letting the people know. But like I said, I'm not reading this. Are you?
Nah.
Yeah. No. So,
It's a dope cover, but nah, Vigil is not even on my radar.
yeah. Exactly. But again, like I said, shout out to Lefteros for putting this on the list. Now, moving on from this book, we've got Dark X-Men #3. Now you got Madeline Pryor, aka Goblin Queen, cover depiction by Scotty Young. Scotty Young covers do so well on the secondary market, man. Like it's crazy because he's got his signing, his in-house signing going on at CGC, and I don't know if you've seen some of the recent sales on the secondary market for even previous covers. Some of the most recent covers too are going for a little bit of a premium. So it's not a bad idea to pick it up while it's on FOC, man.
Yeah, no, of course, and it's a dope cover. I've become a Scotty Young fan as of late, so I've been getting in mystery boxes and stuff, a lot of Scotty Young covers and things like that. This one is pretty cool. Like I would have preferred it to be like a Virgin cover, but it's pretty cool. I'll probably skip it just because I don't collect X titles like that.
Yeah,
but it's dope.
Yep. You got Paul saying Vigil is dope. People read it. Ram V, goodness. Yeah, I love Ram V. I haven't gotten into it. So maybe I got to catch up, man. I got to catch up. His signature will only keep getting more expensive. Yeah, I feel like Scotty Young in today's time, man, with the current artists is definitely up there. We'll see down the line. Hopefully it doesn't get too expensive.
Yeah, just to keep plugging C3, I guess. Scotty, we actually reached out to Scotty Young, and Scotty Young is sending in some signed slabs, some of his daily grind books signed, and some unoriginal art prints, and that'll be up for auction.
Shit. Okay, yo, that's pretty impressive. That's some cool stuff, man.
Yeah,
shout out to Scotty Young, yeah, man, for pulling through on such a cool thing, man. That's a very nice initiative. But all right, moving on from Scotty Young, we got these trick or treat variants, man. I don't know if you've been seeing this. I saw the Batman one on FOC not too long ago, but you've got Batman Superman World's Finest #20 right here, and then you got Wonder Woman #2. I you know what, man? I think these got somewhat of a potential. They're pretty cool covers, man. I could see people.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think they'll blow up. It's not for me. I'm not a real big fan of cutesy, but it's dope, and I think there's potential behind it, especially with people start seeing Zulo as like that next Scotty Young, like cartoony chibi type artist.
Yeah, I think Zulo's crushing it so far with these covers, man. But yeah, exactly, like you said, it kind of feels like in between that Scotty Young and Rose Besh, right? It's like somewhere in between there. And it's pretty neat, man. I dig it. But all right, man. Those were the FOC picks of the week. And of course, you can support Left Arrows by following Comic Nation. Go visit comicnation.us. Get your orders in. You saw some of these books and use the discount code Blakk Crown to get an additional 5% discount, which brings your total to 20% off of the FOC cover price.
Wow.
And of course, go visit coverprice.com where you can see more in-depth information by Left Arrows regarding his picks of the week. All right, not bad, DJ LINX. We did all right, bro.
Nah, I'm just following your lead, brother. You're the professional. You're the expert. This is good damn.
But yeah, man. So market report, like I said, there's quite a few things. Market report, some cool books. One of them hit me in the nostalgia feels big time, man. It was one of my favorite movies as a kid growing up. So can't wait to talk about that one. But again, before we get into it, I gotta ask you ready, bro?
I am absolutely ready, sir.
All right, let's do it. All right,
Stallions.
There you go, man. Busting solos, but I know you play guitar. Don't lie.
on Guitar Hero, I'm nasty on Guitar Hero.
Yo, Guitar Hero was the bomb. I don't care what anybody says. And then Rock Band came out. It kind of stirred me a little bit that direction, but Guitar Hero always crushed it. You got those special appearances, Slash, you had Alice Cooper, you had everybody.
Yeah, I loved Guitar Hero.
Yep. But all right, so market report. Now I'm gonna have to update this slide because yes, the information that I grab is definitely from CBSI, Cover Price, eBay, Go Collect, but of course there's also Key Collector. That's right. So we're gonna talk about a book that's on Key Collector this week, and it's a pretty interesting one. So let's get into it. First book of the week, Void Rivals #1. This is a recent release, and what's interesting is we've seen almost every other cover when it comes to Void Rivals, making the top of the lists and coming in at number 7 on cover price was the cover A for the what I believe it's the first time. I don't think I've ever seen it before, but you got the introduction to the Energon universe, and the CGC 9/8 sold for $40 US, which is still relatively cheap. It's a good time to buy in my opinion.
Yeah, I would definitely pick this up. This was one of those books where not a lot of people were talking about it. So even when I went to the store when it dropped, like there was like a crazy amount of number ones like that, just like cover A's, just on the shelf. And I
Yeah.
was telling people, pick it up, trust me, pick it up. And people were just walking by it, like, what the hell is Void Rivals? Look at
Yeah.
it now. It's a good story too.
No, it's phenomenal. Now I know that because you were just saying there was a lot of cover A's that were there, and I could imagine so many shops tried to attain the status of getting that 1 in 100.
Mhm.
Everybody was after it, the spoiler variant, and it's understandable because it was a banger. Definitely did some damage on the secondary market, but yeah, very interesting to see the cover A. It actually went over 100,000 copies on pre-order on FOC. So just to give you an idea.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Before moving on to the next book, Neighbor to the North is in the house. My other brother up here in Canada. So I greatly appreciate you coming to check out the show tonight. But second book. Yeah, this one made some moves this week. We have Wolverine 37. This was the one per store, the thank you variant. And of course, Capullo returns to Marvel.
Mhm.
Raw copies were going for 65 to 85 Canadian, man. That's pretty up there. And the high sale that I saw on eBay was at $95.56 Canadian, coming in at number 1 on CBSI, and of course making its way onto other lists. But here it was at number 1. I did not get a copy of this because it was one per store, and most shops were unfortunately charging premium. And did you get one?
Nah, I didn't get it. I didn't know until I saw this on Instagram that it even dropped. I'm a huge fan of Greg Capullo. Like his Spawn stuff was absolutely amazing. Like when with Spawn, like growing up, I didn't know that he had took over until I was an adult. Like I always thought it was Todd McFarlane that did everything. But
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Capullo, the Spawn stuff, that Batman New 52 run. Woo, probably my favorite run of all time.
Yes.
One of my favorite runs of all time. But if I had an opportunity to pick this up, I would have definitely gotten it. But like I said, I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, me neither, man. And apparently, I was seeing a lot of people complaining, saying that they're having a hard time finding a 9/8 contender when it comes to this book because it was not shipped, in any special way. I think it was just in a plastic
Mhm.
by itself. So is what it is. I'm curious to see what a 9/8 will sell for once we start seeing copies come back in a 9/8 from CGC. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for that. Um, Before we move on, some people popping into the chat. Just want to say hi to Dave Collects. Yeah, buddy. Yo, I went heavy on the Pokemon 151 drop on Friday. I don't know. Are you collecting any cards or
Me, no, I don't
no?
do that. I
I have
have
doing
all my like Marvel cards, Marvel Masterpiece, 1992, the Marvel Series 1 through 5.
yeah,
All I still have my original binder from when I was like, 10, 12 years old or whatever. But
yeah.
other than that, I don't do anything like new cards.
Yeah, no, I still got the ones from when I was a kid too. I actually we came across the binders at my brother's house, and like there's some bangers in there. But
Mhm.
this 151 stuff got me back down the rabbit hole big time, man. It's just nostalgia, all nostalgia for me.
Yeah, no, and cards are a massive, massive thing.
Yeah, but again, Dave Collects. Just want to say thank you for coming to stop by, and of course, Lefteros is in the house. So shout out to Lefteros. Saw you in the chat, and we got Comics Embrace. There you go. He's got him. He's even got the Spawn logo right there. But yeah, man, I like that little Spawn avatar. Shops can have up to 6 accounts, so there are more than one per store. There you go. That's true. That's true. But all right, moving on from this one. Power Man and Iron Fist 79. So check this. This was on Key Collector's Hot 20 list. Raw copy is going between 5 and 12 Canadian, and that's both for this direct and the newsstand. So just to
Mhm.
give you an idea of what the prices are at. But you got the first appearance of Justin Gamble. Liz Carr is casted, and it's pretty much confirmed for Loki season 2 because on IMBD, you see she has been casted as the character and for 3 episodes. So clearly she'll be there for half the season at that point. But yeah, man. So Pretty interesting book. It's relatively cheap. I don't think it's a bad idea. But again, how relative will the character be
Mhm.
once the show drops? We'll see. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think this is one of those books you want to, if you're into the quick flip, this is like a contender for a quick flip. And
Yeah.
especially if the character is going to have a prominent role on Loki's season 2. I would hope that they would like include, like, let's say if they go to like another time stream, like Power Man and Iron Fist together, that'll be super dope. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I would highly recommend picking this up for the quick flip if you're into that thing.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'm pumped for Loki season 2. We're gonna talk about it come the hot topics section of this show. But yeah, man, we got some news about Loki season
Mhm.
2, so we'll go over that. But I'm pumped, man. You got Ahsoka, you got Loki season 2. We're being spoiled. We're being spoiled.
Yeah, and we're being spoiled with good stuff. It's not
Yeah.
just stuff. Like Ahsoka has been fantastic. I'm hoping I enjoy Loki season 1. I'm hoping season 2 lives up to it.
Yeah, dude, I'm so sad that like Ahsoka came and went so fast. We got like what 2 episodes left, right? We got this
Two
week, next
episodes.
week, and that's it. It's done.
Yeah, and that is a wrap.
Yep. But all right, moving on from this book, we've got Marvel Age 98. Check this. So you got a preview and cover appearance of Toxic Avenger. CGC 98 sold for $280.93 Canadian on September 17, 2023. And near mint face market value is 30 USD. This one came in at number 20 on cover price. Bro, did you ever think we would be talking Toxic Avenger?
No, I don't. When they announced the movie a couple of years ago, that's when Toxic Avenger 1 was taking off, and
Yeah.
I wind up getting it in a mystery box, got it slabbed, it came back a 9.8, and then
Oh,
I wind up selling it. But I never thought that this book, Marvel Age, would be like blowing up like that.
yep. No, it's nuts. Pacino just popped into the chat. Saw him this weekend. Appreciate you coming to check out the show, and of course coming to hang this weekend. But yeah, man, it's absolutely nuts to see this book making some splash here. I don't own this. Congrats to you on. You said you won this in a box.
The other one, not Marvel Age, the
Oh, okay,
Toxic Avenger
there you
number
go.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So there you have it, man. I'm wondering because didn't Toxic Avenger come out already, or it's coming out with Peter Dinklage?
A couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, they released like the first image from it
Yeah,
of
there you go.
both Peter Dinklage and Daniel Radcliffe,
Yep, exactly.
and that's why it spiked.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I didn't watch anything. Well, if I don't think it's even out yet, but I'll check it out. But it's not something I'm super pumped about.
Now, the first one, the original, I don't know. Do you ever saw the original Toxic Avenger?
Yep, yep,
Yeah, it's a guilty pleasure movie.
yeah. Kind of like Daredevil with Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
But all right, moving on from this book, Harley Quinn, Black, White, Redder, number 3. This is the Sozomakia, 1 in 25 ratio. Raw copies selling between $60 to $80 Canadian. This one came in at number 3 on CBSI. Hyper is right here in the chat. I see you right here, bro. And you ruined this cover for me because he was over on Team Nerd Herd's show for cover lovers with Nearing Nirvana. And he said this cover right here feels like a GTA 5 loading screen, and it's pretty spot on.
Oh shit, yeah, it does.
It does, right?
Yeah. Oh, I just want to apologize. I said Daniel Radcliffe. I meant Elijah Wood. Sorry,
There
Cliff.
you go. Yeah.
It
But yeah,
does,
man.
it does look like the GTA loading screen. I can't unsee it now.
Yeah. Someone else ruined it even more for me, to be honest with you, because they were saying it looks like a 5 o'clock shadow coming up from down there. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna call it as we see it. But yeah, man, it's pretty impressive to see this book, making some moves on the secondary market, 60 to 80 Canadian. And of course, it came in at number 3 on CBSI. So cool little book right here.
Yeah, she got the belly button from the, the tummy tuck. She got some work done.
She got some work done. Yeah, okay, I see what you're talking about, Cliff. Yeah, there he is. Appreciate you, Cliff. Philly Born coming to swing by as well. Good evening, brothers. I could be wrong, but that Harley Quinn is by Sanford Green, I believe. I saw Sozo Micah everywhere. So, but all right. Moving on from, sorry, we went 2 books. Moving on from this one, Heart Attack number 1. I don't know if you heard about this book, but Fuji TV to make a live action series based on this book. This book came out not too long ago, a few years back, and it's got a pretty interesting premises, man. This is like a post-pandemic world, ironically.
Mhm.
And yeah, you got babies being born with superpowers and stuff like that. But CGC 98 sold for $139.30 Canadian. Came in at number one on cover price. Number one, dude. Number four on CBSI, and is on the Key Collector Trending 20 list. So it's making moves. It's making moves.
Yeah, it's funny. I've actually never heard of this book until you sent me the slide.
Yeah.
I've actually never heard of Fuji TV. So
Yeah. So Fuji TV is I believe in Japan or something.
okay.
So yeah, it looks like they're moving forward with this. So clearly some little bit of speculation going on here, and seeing a CGC 98 sell for $140 Canadian approximately. Pretty impressive.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. The next book, which you all saw just a few seconds ago,
I'm s-
Amazing Spider-Man 36, the newsstand copy of this one right here, September 11th, 2001 tribute issue, and CGC 98 sold for 1,000 USD. This was a cover price shaker, and look, just going back to September 11th, I think that stayed with everybody. I'm Canadian. I live in Quebec. New York's not too far from us. You're about maybe 7 to 8 hour drive. I'll never forget. I was in high school when that stuff took place.
mhm.
Everybody was shook. Everybody stopped. We went home. It was like, what the hell? And you know, I think they did a great job in this issue right here, showing everybody the superheroes' perspective
Mhm.
of what took place, right? Especially Spider-Man being in the heart of New York. You got Captain America and many others, but I think this is a great book. I still don't own a copy in a contender. I have a rough copy, to be honest, but this, this black, all black cover is you always see those spine ticks and whatnot.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping to get one, but a newsstand copy, like I said, CGC 98, 1,000 US dollars, man. What's your thoughts on this?
No, I think this is one of those books. It's always going to spike, especially around this time because we just
Exactly.
passed the anniversary of September 11th. So it's probably going to drop down in price in a couple of months, in like 3 or 4 months. Yeah, but like you mentioned, September 11th stays with us. I live in New York. My wife was working downtown when all this stuff happened. So it's yeah, I don't even like talking about it.
Yep.
But yeah,
No,
no, it's pick this up like in 4 months. It'll drop.
exactly. And, Phil brings up a great point here in the chat. This book always spikes in September, always around the anniversary of when
Yeah,
it took place. And just like V for Vendetta, it spikes in November. And I could imagine in November we'll be talking about that. You got to remember, right?
yeah. Gunpowder treason and plot.
Exactly. Yo, such a good movie. I could watch it 1,000 times over.
I love that movie, man. It's
Yep.
one of it, and no one ever mentions it when they talk about like the top 10 comic book movies or anything like that. But
Yeah.
that is such a fantastic movie, man. And Natalie Portman did a phenomenal job.
Oh
Phenomenal.
yeah. She legitimately shaved her head for that movie.
Yeah, yeah. But she was just like, I'm ready. I was like, oh snap.
Yep. Who are these stunning godlike men on the panel? Well, easy, easy. She's totally lying. She was calling me tons of names on Friday when I was with her on the hunt, but I always appreciate Lady Fantastic. Congratulations. She's the new TV title champion. So there you have that.
Shout out to Lady F. Saw her on
Yeah, man.
Bleeker's Church this morning.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, moving on from this book, we have the one I was telling you about, the one that hit all the nostalgia feels. This one right here, dude. I grew up watching this movie over and over. I have every song in my head just playing over and over. As the
Ah, hit him
big
high,
jam.
hit him high, hit him high.
Yeah, hit him low, hit him low. But there's that. There was obviously the R. Kelly before any R. Kelly madness took
Whoa,
place
whoa, whoa,
publicly.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't condone that.
Yeah, but I believe I could fly, bro, and so
Yeah.
many, man. The Space Jam theme song, just everything about this. But Michael Jordan, the goat, the goat. No matter what you guys believe.
Bar none.
Yeah, exactly. But Space Jam, a newsstand. This was by DC Comics. CGC 98, 862 US dollars. It was a
That's
cover price
crazy.
sticker. Yeah, man. Lola Bunny, bro. You remember Lola Bunny?
Mhm.
Yep. But what's your thoughts on this one?
I'm surprised at the $862, if I'm being honest. It's definitely one of those nostalgia books, right? I've watched Jam a million times too, as well. I didn't even bother watching the LeBron James version because I didn't want to damage the whole Space Jam legacy. I'm
Yeah.
just surprised that it's almost $150 more and it's at $1,000. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, I totally skipped. It was actually on Netflix, the one with LeBron James, and my kid was like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Nah, we're gonna go watch the other one."
Yeah, like,
So we watched this one, but yeah, man, the LeBron James one, forget it. But like I said, this one hit all the nostalgia feels. I
mhm.
remember this, the Toon Squad. You remember the
Of
name? Like,
course.
I wanna get the jersey. I have to get the jersey at least once.
Yeah, that Spider-Man booth dropped the that Spider-Man t-shirts a couple of years back with like
Yep.
the Toon Squad kind of homage.
Yeah. I love it, man. It's so cool. But before we move on to the next book, I saw Canadian Survivalist pop into the chat. So shout out to him for coming by. Greatly appreciate it. Comic Ozzy's in the house. My brother up here in Canada. Ozzy, always
What's up, Ozzy?
appreciate you coming to swing by as well. But JF is in the house as well, man. JF, appreciate you, bro. But all right, moving on from this one. Deadpool #1, the newsstand. I didn't even know there was a newsstand edition for this one, but you get the first appearance of T-Ray and Blind Owl. Yes, some characters that later on bring, relevance and so forth, but this is not the reason why it sold for what it sold. Deadpool rumors and all that Deadpool love this year in 2023. It's up there with Taylor Swift, right? Taylor Swift love this year. Yo, it was impossible to watch the Chiefs game today without the camera going on, Taylor Swift being in the crowd. But back to Deadpool, CGC 9.8 sold for $570. And again, another cover price shaker, man.
Yeah. Nah, this is the dope book. Like yeah, like he just said, this is a series that made Deadpool.
Yep.
Again, I'm just surprised at the price point of $570. But there's a lot of Deadpool news out in the air. It's funny because in the city, I was in the city, whatever it was last weekend, and like 2 blocks away, like the paparazzis caught a picture of Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds just strolling down the block. I was like, damn it. And we were literally like 2 blocks away from that.
Oh,
So that would have been fun. But yeah, no, I'm just surprised at the value on that.
yeah. No, for sure. And of course, Deadpool series, he did have prior ones, but those were short limited. But this was his first ongoing solo series. So, obviously it's got some significance
Mhm.
here, but cool to see. Like I said, I had no idea there was even a newsstand edition of this. So,
Mhm.
but all right, man. Cali Comics is in the house, man. I got to see Cali over on the Hunt as well on Friday. He definitely killed it. I feel like I cost him the title in the voting. I thought we were gonna go more rounds, and I felt terrible. But Cali, we all know you're the real champ, bro. But appreciate you swinging by and coming to hang with myself and DJ LINX, and of course my brother Rocksteady. My brother, I miss him. It's been a little while, but hopefully we'll be together on Newbie's channel this Tuesday at 9:40. I want to say 9:45 p.m. Eastern time. He always flips between 9:40, 9:45, but appreciate you, Rocksteady. All right, the next book, dude. Bone #1 sold for, this is a CGC 9.8, all right, check this, sold for 15,000 US dollars. It was the cover price key of the week. Now there's only 21 CGC 9.8s on the census, which is pretty low when it
Yeah.
comes to census
Yeah.
numbers. But this first print, man, that's some heavy coin right there. I never got into any of the Bone comics, but this did end up going to, I think, about 7th or 8th print. um, Pretty impressive. Yo, 15,000 US. I could think of a lot more things to do with that money. What's your thoughts?
Nah, that's crazy. Would this make this the highest selling like independent comic book?
I would believe it's up there, man. At 15,000,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, 15,000 is crazy. It's funny when I never got into the title, but I started getting some books like in buying collections and mystery boxes, and that's how I learned about it. I
yeah,
didn't understand how popular this thing was until I started doing the research.
yeah. But like I said, there's later prints, and of course, in order to identify the later prints, you'd see the Bone title right there in
Mhm.
different colors. The first print being in red. But yeah, man, it was nuts when I saw this at 15,000. Now I know there was a previous sale that was not too far behind when it came to the price. So clearly, due to scarcity and obviously significance within the indie comics, people wanted this and they're willing to spend $15,000. So congratulations to the seller on this one, and of course the buyer on picking this one up. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like
Yeah.
you gotta love some bone.
Yeah. Well. We'll keep it PG on this one. K-pop, K-pop is in the house. Always appreciate her. Thank you so much for coming and swing by. But but moving on from this, like I told you, my boy Michael Baker hits me up in the DMs and he sends me the Transformers #1, the San Diego Comic-Con Ashcan in a CGC 99. Check this. There's 6 CGC 99s on census, and a sale went through at $1,200 US. It's the Baker Shaker of the week. Yo, this book exploded out the gate out of San Diego Comic-Con. Did you get a chance to go? Have you ever been?
No, I've never been to San Diego or to San Diego Comic-Con. I was able to get this book, actually. I bought it on the secondary market, and it's funny, we just gave it away on In the Mix to the links to the channel members, the Patreon members. It was in the
Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
As well as that Void Rivals from San Diego Comic-Con.
Yep.
Shout out to whoever won that Panda. That's crazy. Oh,
yeah.
snap.
Yeah. So hold up, you gave away the black and white sketch one right here, or was it the color edition?
No, my bad. It was the color one, but that's still a pricey book. I mean, it's nowhere near $1,200. The regular color one in a candidate is probably around $150, $175.
Yeah. So as of right now, LINX is rethinking some of the books he's giving away on his channel. I'm kidding, but yeah, man, pretty impressive. There's only 6 CGC 99s, and of course, that's just of this sketch cover right here. So
I'm really excited for this Transformers story. I'm a big fan of Daniel Warren Johnson, Murder Falcon, Dual Power Bomb. I weeped at the end of that Murder Falcon as well. I'm super excited for Transformers. And he's a nice guy. I got to meet him at Heroes Con in June in North Carolina, hung out a little bit. Super, super nice guy.
Yeah. Michael Baker saying this book was listed and sold in just a little over a day on eBay. So just to give you an idea on how fast that sold. Yeah, dude. Given there's only 6 99s, I could imagine. But it's pretty impressive to see 6 being the number on 99s, because I almost never see other books hitting 99s. So
yeah, unless it's a stock cover, and then especially coming from like San Diego.
Yeah. People here are saying, Lefteros was saying, I want to see DJ LINX unboxing all these books, everything here that's on the list. But Chiapet's saying, let's go, DJ LINX. Next time you're on, you need to do an unboxing. Yo, forget being on here. Definitely go check out his channel. He does tons of sick unboxings, man. Some of the latest videos have been some bangers too. But yeah, man, tell us a little bit more about that. That's actually the end of the market reports, but some of your unboxings, man, like you're doing some cool unboxings, not just books you're buying, but some other stuff too, right?
Yeah, no, so that's what the mainstay on the channel. The long form videos are that unboxing stuff. So I do a lot of mystery box unboxings, and now I'm kind of scaling back a little bit on mystery boxes. Not that they're going away or anything like that. I'm just kind of scaling back a little bit because I'm focusing on getting like some big keys and stuff like that in the collection. I'm focusing on finishing my Incredible Hulk run, the original 1 through 6. I got a video dropping tomorrow, so I picked up another one of those. So I'm 5 down, 1 to go. And just unboxing like cool stuff, CGC unboxings, things like that. Just a lot of big keys just lately, because that's what's been occupying my world. But yeah, mystery boxes and things like that. I just enjoy like getting a mystery box, and hopefully it's good, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I totally understand where you're coming from with that one, because even myself, I'm trying to cut back and just focus on some key books I want for, my collection and so forth. But now you got me thinking. You're going from Hulk 1 to 6, right? You're doing the unboxing. When's that video dropping?
Tomorrow. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. So I usually drop my recorded videos Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 a.m. And then Tuesdays, Thursdays, I try to do a short or something like that. And then, of course, Friday in the mix at 9 p.m. So that video of the OG Hulk book will drop tomorrow.
Yep. And if you guys were wondering why we had the Hulk on the thummy for DJ LINX, that's because the man loves the Hulk. But yeah, so we're getting some Hulk book revealed tomorrow. I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna say it's Hulk 2. I hope it's Hulk 2. That's my guess. It's a guess.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll find out tomorrow, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Sorry, 10 a.m. 10 a.m.
Is it Hulk 2?
He's looking. Oh, okay,
Maybe.
okay. But all right. Now, last segment of the night, we're gonna go through some of the hot topics of the week. So before we get into it, I gotta ask one last time for tonight. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I love this. That's the way. Maybe not guitar, but that scream, that little growl. I feel like you got some vocals in you. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
I'm ready.
Yeah, moving on. Let's get into some of the hot topics of the week. Now, there was a few interesting ones. So let's kick it off with the first one being Wonder Woman #1. It's heading to a second print. That's right. So DC has announced that Wonder Woman 1, which was released last week on September 19, 2023, is already going to a second print. But Jim Lee is going to be doing this cover, and it is a beautiful cover. I really like this one.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. And then if you see the perch that she's standing on, it's immediately going to remind you of the Superman and Batman. This one with the point of view facing directly at her instead of those profile views of Superman and Batman. This thing is absolutely gorgeous.
And that is exactly what they did. So apparently this is going to be the middle piece to this. So I guess all this time we finally figured out that Batman and Superman were just staring at Wonder Woman this whole time. They're not looking at the city. They don't care for the city. It's just the woman in between right there.
But look at their faces where they're looking at.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, I know they're all checking it. They're not looking at the lasso, that's for sure.
Nah.
Yeah.
Bunch of pervs.
But it's cool to see that, we're finally getting another piece here. So I like this little Trinity thing we got going on. That's why I was saying I'm going to pick up the Superman foil, which is right there on the left. And I already picked up the Batman one. I think you gave one away on your show, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, you won. Congrats.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. But no, that one's going back to, community. Guys, definitely go check out DJ LINX. Like I said, we're going to give that back to everybody who tunes into his show. You said you're not. You got a show coming up this Friday?
No, so this Friday we're actually taking the night off. I think Nick from Nick's Kicks and Comics, he's gonna move it over to on his channel for the night. I'm celebrating my anniversary. But do you have a street date? Do you know the street date for when this Wonder Woman drops?
I don't know the street date exactly, but I know it's already going to a second print. Probably gonna hit FOC next week. I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna pump it out that quick.
Wow. Yeah, no, it's dope to have all those three together like that.
Yeah. See, everyone's calling out. They are looking at each other's crotch, and Diana's in the way.
Wow. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. But all right, moving on from this topic, Loki season 2 gets a new release date and time. So we were talking a bit about Loki season 2 earlier, but now Loki season 2 will follow Ahsoka's path and now stream on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific. 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's also interesting that the season finale will air November 9, one day before the Marvels hits theaters, and October 5th is 2 days after Ahsoka ends. So like I said, we're being spoiled right here. We're getting banger after banger. So I'm pumped about this. But I'm more appreciative of the fact that we don't got to stay up till like 3 a.m. anymore, because that's how we were doing for all the other stuff, right? If you wanted to be the first to know what was going on, you were staying up late. But now we're getting, a nice, I want to say prime time, right? You're getting 9 p.m. Eastern time. I think that's more easy for the viewers to stay up and watch, and I'm happy about that. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I'm happy about it too. I'm super excited for Loki season 2. I thought season 1 was it wasn't the greatest, but it was right up there, right? But I really enjoyed the last episode. I'm a big fan of like dialogue heavy episodes, if that makes sense. As long as it's done right? So that entire scene with him, Sylvie, Jonathan Majors, I was on the edge of my seat that entire time because it made sense. I feel bad for Loki though, because apparently being in the TVA, it messes up your hairline because I'm like, yo, what is going on? But I'm super excited. I'm also excited for the timing. Like they're dropping it prime time, like shows should be dropped. Like if we were watching regular TV, your favorite show comes on at 8 or 9 o'clock. So I'm really excited about that. them leading right into the Marvels has me like thinking there might be some sort of like overlap thing there, only because they wouldn't want it to like linger too long out in the public and then spoil
Yeah,
something. So that's my thinking about interconnectivity and all that stuff. But I'm happy it comes out right after Ahsoka as well, so that we have something to kind of sink our teeth into right after that. So I'm really excited about Loki season 2, and I'm glad that Marvel decided to not fire Jonathan Majors when those allegations were made, and just rush to judgment, and they let him live and
yeah.
recast him or fire him or anything like that. So he'll be prominent in this season as well, I hope.
Yeah, and it's safe to say Marvel learned from their mistakes in prior events with, James Gunn, you had Johnny Depp and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one. But it's funny you mentioned spoilers because, yes, that's another reason why I'm so pumped that this is going to be dropping at 9 p.m. Eastern time, because I feel like no matter what show it was, whether it was She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, WandaVision, you could name them all. Even What If, bro.
Mhm.
I would wake up, open Instagram, and everything got spoiled. I'm like, Jesus, it's
Bro,
terrible.
Instagram, even the YouTube notifications, it's
Yep.
like Jesus Christ with the oh snap, Loki died. Blah, and I'm like, bro,
Exactly.
like, come on. Like, I literally, as soon as I'm like wiping my eyes, it's Instagram, it was crazy with the spoilers, man.
Yeah, maybe that's part of the reason why they're doing what they're doing. But I think this is a good move. So shout out to them doing something that caters to the fans, and
Yeah.
I think this is a good move.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, moving on from this. Now we were talking some of the you know Loki and so forth. We're getting banger after banger, but clearly we're going to hit a speed bump, right? We've got the WGA, the AMPTP negotiations going on, and it seems they're in the home stretch, right? They're in the end game now, bro.
Hmm.
But after nearly 5 months of the writer's strike and 4 days of negotiations, both sides were set to meet today in hopes to secure a new 3-year contract. A best and final offer was sent to WGA negotiators on Saturday. So I imagine we're going to be hearing some news soon regarding the writer's strike, the actors' strike, and so forth. And props to the actors as well for standing firm on what everything going on. Because you know, I look, I'll go off the record. In fact, Chia Pet's here in the chat. I think he could vouch for this. I won't name names. Full disclosure. But the guy is an actor as well, and he's not Brad Pitt, right? So he doesn't get Brad Pitt money, but actors, they don't get much. For a couple episodes here and there, it's not much coin.
Hmm.
Obviously, depending your status as well, but I'm saying the average actor. So
Hmm.
it's more than understanding for them to feel a certain way, especially when you're seeing all these companies making billions and billions of dollars. But yeah, exactly. The deal is still not final, but hopefully it closes soon. I'm hoping as well because, like I said, we're gonna get a speed bump very soon, right? We're gonna have minimal content dropping.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm glad that it's gonna hopefully it'll be resolved. But like you said, it's one of those things was really disheartening about the situation is whether it's this, whether it's comic books, whether it's whatever, it's the working person is the one that always gets shafted as opposed to the corporation that's raking in the billions. And hopefully it'll get resolved soon. You have to give people their worth. And what happens is if you're paying them what they're worth, you're still making a gazillion dollars anyway. So these corporations and all that stuff. And what was really disheartening as well was the whole thing about wanting to use AI and then
Yep.
people getting people's likenesses and using that in perpetuity forever, and you wouldn't have even to have them come back on set because you already have their likeness scan and stuff like that. That makes no
Yep.
sense. Like
Yeah.
give the working man his shot, whether that's an actor, whether that's a comic creator, no matter who it is, give them their value, what they're worth, man.
Yeah, and Chiapet spot on saying the studios want it done because they are losing revenue and public sentiment is completely against the
Yeah.
corporations, especially when I saw, I don't, you just briefly referenced it, but when they were saying that, AI, pretty much taking the place of the actual actors, they can do
Mhm.
the scans and so forth. That's too much. Like for me, that's just, it's overboard. I would completely be okay even boycotting any products coming out under that
Yeah, but it's
design.
1000%. And a couple of months ago, when what was it? Abolition Man was the first like AI produced comic book.
Yep.
I didn't buy it because of that. Because I'm like, art is art. It needs to be created by a hand, whether it's digital, whatever the case is. There's a human on the end of that, and that human's passion and stuff gets put into that art. And I specifically boycotted that Abolition Man book because of that. I was just like, nah, I'm good. Like, this is opening Pandora's box, and I don't want any parts of it.
Exactly, man. So hopefully we will get some news very soon, and this will come to end in a positive note. And we can start seeing some new content very soon. So I know a lot of people were bummed. You know, Deadpool 3 was underway, and then it got paused, and so many good things. We were seeing some spoilers. Like, again, we spoke Instagram. You saw Hugh Jackman in his yellow costume.
Everywhere, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this coming to a close. But another thing, and it's the last thing we'll talk about, that I'm looking forward to, this right here, man. So Jonathan Hickman's Ultimate Invasion limited series spawns an entire new Ultimate Universe. That's right. If you're not currently reading, I highly recommend you go check it out. But yeah, so complete with a new Ultimate Spider-Man by Hickman and Marco Cicchetto. So this is amazing news. I'm pumped, especially being a Spider-Man guy like myself. But the Ultimate Invasion stuff is just insane. Hickman is just incredible when it comes to writing. I think he's one of the best when it comes to especially creating universes. And we've seen the last times we've seen Ultimate Spider-Mans. Now that Ultimate Spider-Man one to your left, it's up there. It's up there, but it's definitely no Miles Morales there to the right. So we're getting a whole new Ultimate Universe with an all new Spider-Man. We just recently got Spider-Boy, who's made his splash on the secondary market, but let's keep an eye out for this one. January 2024 is when we are going to be getting some Ultimate Spider-Man stuff, but news is going to be breaking at New York Comic Con, which is slated for, I believe, in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Or 2-3 weeks.
October, the weekend of October 12th, I think. So it's
Yeah.
11, 12, 13, and 14.
Yeah, exactly. You said you live in New York, right? You going?
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll definitely be there.
Yeah, I was supposed to head down, man, but I got my kids' birthdays. Unfortunately, I can't be there. Yeah.
No, we always try to go down. I've been going to New York Comic Con. I want to say it's going on like almost 20 years straight. So I was going before it was like a pop culture thing, where
Yeah.
it was just in the basement of the Javits Center and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. Really excited about it. I'm excited about this as well. I haven't read Ultimate Invasion #4. Did it even come out?
No, it hasn't been out yet, so Chia Pet is ahead of the game
Yo,
because
shout out to
he
Chia Pet.
yeah, he's got some insides right there. But
And I'm digging that story, man. Like I'm digging it like completely. And I love, like you said, Jonathan Hickman. He knows how to create a universe, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited for whatever they do with the Spider-Man going forward. I'm a fan of Spider-Man. I'm a bigger fan of Miles. I read the Miles stuff more than I read the Peter stuff. So I'm excited for something new to come out of that whole Ultimate Invasion thing.
yeah, no, same. Now I see my boy hanging out in the bushes here in the chat, but UniX is in the house. Always appreciate you. One of my favorite guys to chat with, and one of the nicest guys in the community. But Ultimate Spider Boy, shit. I really hope not. I hope that's not what we're gonna get.
I'll take everything I said back then.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, I'm pumped for this. Now, another thing that you take away from this is not just that we're going to be getting an Ultimate Spider-Man series coming in January 2024, but clearly we're going to see some other series here unravel. So I'm really excited about that. Now, some of the Ultimate stuff, it didn't, Ultimate Fantastic Four. You can go through Ultimate any series. Majority of that was in the dollar bins. It's always been the dollar bins, still in the dollar bins. But there's some books in there that definitely have popped off. Especially here, I'm just looking at the Miles Morales one and the #1. I'm excited. I'm excited. I hope they do the Ultimate Universe. I'm putting confidence in Hickman, so maybe slightly biased because I really like his work. But I'm hoping, the Ultimate Universe comes in with a bang, man. Like I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
Yeah, no, I hope so too. I never want anything to be like whack or like like I
Yeah,
really wanted to pop off just because I like Hickman and I like this whole alternate universe stuff because we've how many times can we get like a Peter Parker origin story or something like that? That's why I like
yeah,
the ultimate stuff because it's just like an alternate look at these same characters that we know and love.
exactly. But all right, man. That was the hot topics of the week. That was the show. So DJ Links, bro, I gotta say a big thank you for coming to swing by, hang out with me tonight. Means a lot, bro. I know you're a busy guy. You're a father. I'm a father. I know what it's like.
Yeah.
But you got tons of stuff going on, and of course, we spoke earlier about it. So let's remind the people: comics curing cancer. This is something you're, like you said, all in on with some of the boys. So you got Rob's Fat Stacks, you got Legion of Comics, and of course yourself. This is a great initiative, a great cause, and of course a great book right here that you guys are pumping out. So yeah, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That and I would consider everybody to go if you're not able to donate or participate in the auctions because there's going to be a lot of good stuff. I mentioned earlier that we got stuff from Scotty Young. There's a lot of professional artists that we've gotten original art from that we just haven't like kind of shared the names. I think we're going to share those names leading up to C3 weekend. I believe Rob is going to go on the Comic Vets channel, Chris the Comic Vet, and have kind of a C3 preview show. We'll announce, or Rob will announce all the original artists that we got stuff from and other things like that. But if you can't partake in that stuff, which is kind of going to be on the high end, consider picking up one of these books at djlinks.bigcartel.com. 100% of the proceeds of this book is going to go to comics curing cancer. And when I say 100% of the proceeds, I mean everything because the books were free, right? The books were donated. So it's not just we're trying to recoup our money and only send the profits in. No, the whole thing is going to comics curing cancer. So I would encourage you to kind of pick up one of these books just to support. It's for pre-sale right now with the street date is shipping first, second week of November. And besides that, man, I just want to thank you for reaching out and giving me the opportunity to come here on your show. And I had a ton of fun, brother. Like legit, this was dope.
Yeah, man, dude, it was a pleasure to have you here. And like I said earlier, you're crushing it with content, and of course you're up for 7 nominations on the Comic Book Community Awards. So
That's crazy.
congratulations to you. We're gonna get the clean sweep. You're going for the clean sweep. I know you are.
What happens is I got not the nomination, and I'm super flattered and humbled that I got nominations and stuff like that. Like I wasn't, my mind was blown. What happens is I helped Brian with doing some video editing on the back end, right? So I was privy to knowing who the award finalists were like 2-3 weeks beforehand.
Yeah,
And when I was doing it, I was just like, this is insane. Not only for myself, I think there's a lot of Link Squad representation. That's my channel membership
yeah,
in there. A lot of like Legion of Comics, Rob Fatstacks, Chris the Comic Vet, actual Dracula. So a lot of like the crew, like everybody from In the Mix has their own individual nominations as well in several categories. So I wasn't just happy that I got a bunch of nominations. I'm super flattered by that, but like the whole team got their nominations, and that's what it's all about. Like you eat, but your people have to eat as well. And I'm just super happy that my friends and people in the circle were represented on that finalist list. So big shout out to everybody that was nominated and also a finalist for these CBC awards. And big
yeah,
shout out
man.
to Brian for putting it all together.
Dude, I told him live on this show when he was here. I said, You are an angel for doing what you're doing, but at the same time, you're going straight up against the devil because there's some people out there that feel a certain way, and it is what it is. But
Yeah,
yeah, man. So congratulations again to you. I saw
thank
Nasha
you.
Venom make a comment here saying, "Show us your background, bro." You can definitely go check out DJ Links's YouTube because you were talking edits. You got some of the best video edits when it comes to YouTube stuff. Your videos are incredible, but that setup, you will see it in any video the man drops. So definitely go check it out. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I would have to like zoom the camera out, but yeah, no, and thank you about the editing thing. I'm super passionate about editing. I come from a video editor background.
Yeah,
That's why in the video because I really dig my setup, and this is a dream come true to be sitting here in a room like this. So on the videos, you'll see this camera angle, wide camera angle, and then a side camera angle to try to encompass everything that's in the room and give you a better sense of what it's like to actually sit here and record these videos.
Yeah, man. But all right, guys, that was the show, like I said, and a big thank you to DJ LINX. Speaking of the comics, well, C3, if there's anything I could do, let me know. I would love to contribute to that and definitely get you guys to reach that goal. So keep me in the loop with everything you are doing with C3.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you for even offering. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, that's the show. The football game, I think, is wrapping up. So appreciate everybody who came into the chat, because I know with football, man, you gotta show some love that way. You gotta show some love this way. But definitely go check out Trev. Trev is going live right now with Evil's Comics. And of course, thank you all for coming to hang out. Until next Sunday, I will see you guys on Newbie's channel. I will see you on Hyper's channel. And hopefully one day, DJ LINX's channel.
Of course, man.
There you go. All right. Peace out, guys.
Peace out, y'all.